So last weekend, while filming out in the woods, I ended up with a flat tire on the four-wheeler, leaking really bad. I went and got some slime. The tire already had a tube in it. I went and got a big 32-ounce bottle of slime and put it in the tire. Took it off and rolled it around on its sides and everything to make sure everything got coated good. It still wouldn't seal the leak. So I was limping around in the woods the next day from point A to point B using a little CO2 inflator, which only had the little 12-gram cartridges for it. And you can buy up to a 25-gram cartridge that screws into that thing. That would have probably done a pretty good job. I'll probably get some of those and keep them on the machine for anything that could happen in the future. So anyway, I limped it around for the weekend, and it was leaking so bad that I could pump it all the way up at my friend's shop 1 mile away. And by the time I'd get back home, when I'd roll up here in my shop, it was flat. So if you stay tuned, you'll see how I resolved this issue with this bad tire. Yep, I'm bending it again. Would have never believed that. But the other side is the one that gives the most trouble, because it's the deeper side.
It will not be one-fifth as much per dose as currently recommended. The new policy must be released after the legislation declared multi-possibly public health emergency. There are currently more than 9,400.
Look at it. As far as I know, these have never been off the rim. Look at that. Man, oh man. So once you got the bead broke, the hard part is over. Take this thing, mash down on the tire, get it in here, and make sure the opposite side of the tire stays up in the deep part of the rim. And you can roll this thing right off of there. Look at that. How easy that is. You want both of them to come off of what I call the short side of the rim. So you reach in there, get a hold of it, make sure the bead is up in the deep part of the rim again. And look. Very little effort at all. That one broke without any problem. So once again, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here. You want this side of the tire opposite of where you're going to insert your tool to go into the deepest part of the rim down in here. And you want it to stay there on the opposite side of your tool. And this tool tire will roll right off of this rim. Just that easy. When it's time to get to the other side, you see how I'm pushing this tire up into that deep part of that rim? Same thing. Here's a piece of text. I'm going to give it a try without any soap or anything on it. Because the tires that were dry were actually easier to work with, so we'll see. Yeah, this tool right here leaves a lot to be desired. That one's on. See how hard it's going to be to get some air out. Well, as you can see, the four-wheeler is back on the road again. 4 new tires. This has been going on for about 3-4 days now. I started on it with the little small Harbor Freight machine, and it was obvious that was just not going to get the job done. The big one couldn't get the job done on that first tire. That's another, I'll get to that in a minute. But I stopped after that first night once I got started, and I went to Harbor Freight and I bought the bigger machine. I put it together. I put a couple of concrete anchors in the concrete out here so I could bolt it down good and solid, which I think is key to making that machine really work well. I've seen guys wrestling with it, mounted on pallets and boards, and it's just moving all. You don't want that. You want it good and solid. Get it wherever you can to make it as solid as you possibly can. So I got it mounted out there and got started. 3 of the tires, both of the front tires and one of the rear tires, I probably don't have 30 minutes tied up in those 3 tires, changing them completely on and off the machine, on and off the rim, pump back up, back on the machine. Probably about 30 minutes in those 3 tires. The other tire, I've probably got 2 hours in it. Probably not quite that much, but I ended up cutting the sidewall out of the tire and taking a cold chisel, a big one, and cutting the bead on that tire before I ever got it to release. It just absolutely was not gonna. I bent the tire changer, both of them actually. It was just a nightmare to get that one bead off of there. Of course, once I got it off, that was the hard part was over. Once you get the bead broken on a tire, both beads broken, the hard stuff is over with. So I would highly recommend that bigger Harbor Freight machine if you mess with tires at all. I mean, for me, I would rather go purchase something. If we're talking about the same amount of money to buy the tool to do it yourself or to pay somebody else to do it, most of the time I'm going to buy the tool, because you never know when you're going to be in a situation where you have to do it. So I would prefer to have the tool. I got the ability to do it, so I would rather have the tool to do it with. So anyway, I got the tool to change them with, got new tires on. These are Wanda tires that came from Amazon. Not terribly expensive, about $350 total. They all seated good. The tires look good. I didn't see any blemishes on them or anything like that. Shipping was like 3 days. So I'm very satisfied with them. I think they're going to do well on the machine. The machine is 22 years old, and this is the first set of replacement tires on it. So I was more than willing to put a set of tires on it. As good as the machine runs, and as well as it serves me in the woods and things that I do with it, it was well worth the money to put a set of tires on it and the work. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please reach down there and hit that subscribe button. It won't cost you a thing, I promise. And while you're down there, hit that like button, touch that bell over there and turn on notifications, and you'll know every time I upload a video. Because hopefully things are going to get a little bit more interesting here before long. Got 29 days till deer season opens, bow season. So hopefully I'm going to be bringing some good videos for that. We're going to be bringing the 6.5 Creedmoor out here. We're going to mount a scope on it, and we're going to get that thing sighted in, because we may be doing some film through scope videos later on. And then I got a new turkey shotgun. We're going to set that up too. So hopefully I'm going to keep some videos coming for you to watch and keep you entertained a little bit. So I thank you for watching, and there you go.